Hello and welcome everybody to another tarot workshop with me, Anne-Marie from Tarot with Anne-Marie. This week I'm doing a recording of the workshop. I normally do it live, but it's been impossible this week, so I wanted to give you a lesson, so here we go. I'm recording it for you and I hope that you enjoy it just as much. So this week we are looking at the Sun card as we continue through the major arcana. The Sun card works in conjunction with the planet the Sun, and it's linked to Leo. Now, this is a card of the personal happiness in one's life, such as wanting a family or a healthy, happy relationship. It's a card of happiness and joy, success and optimism. It's a card of feeling enlightenment, seeing the real situation, about gaining clarity in a flash of understanding, of knowing that's exactly what you want, that'll give you your personal happiness. There's a feeling of freedom and lightness, that anything is possible when you draw this card. So it's all about confidence and people who spread optimism around them, not just for themselves. It's a card of things turning out better than you perhaps expected. There's a greatness about this card. You know, your capabilities are vast. There's a vitality and an assurance and an understanding upon realizing the truth that your personal moments of glory are filled with enthusiasm and joy. It's also a card of being transparent. If you look at our child on the horseback there, they are naked. And that takes some guts, doesn't it? To have the confidence to be naked in public, as it were, and feel that I'm being transparent. I've nothing to hide. I don't even need clothes. All the colours in this card indicate vitality, strength, and our personal success. So the Sun card is a wonderful card. It's all about your personal ambitions and what makes you happy as an individual. So Judgement works in conjunction with the planet Pluto, and this is a card of awakening to a new life, rebirth, renewal, finding an alternative way of actually living. It's about putting the past behind you and patting yourself on the back for doing the very best that you could at the time and deciding to go into a whole new existence. It's a wake-up call to actually leave the past behind, feel refreshed and rehabilitated. If you like, it's an inner calling, a day of reckoning. And as we can see here with that flag showing a crossroad, it's about making some hard choices. Now, the images in this card do suggest a feeling of rebirth, of reevaluating, of making a fresh start. You're a long time dead, as it were. And it's about hearing that call. What am I meant to be doing with my life? What is it that would give me my fulfillment going forwards? What did I do in the past? I did the best I could. And I need to forgive myself and move forwards with absolution into making the choices ahead that I know are right for myself. Now, this card works in conjunction with the planet Pluto. So this is a card of saying, it's a bit like wakey wakey. Come on, get out of those graves and decide what you're going to do with your life and make it matter. The trumpet here is like the calling. What do I need to do? It's come to me. I know what I must do now. I know which road to take. There's so many choices, but I must look at what's going to give me that long-term happiness, which is really what this card is all about. And as I always say to you, it's important to look at your surrounding cards, the position that this shows up in, where it is, what are the effects, and what's its clarifying card. As you know, I work in pairs, but more about that later. So moving forwards now into our next card, which is the World. And the World works in conjunction with the World and the planet Saturn. This is a card of accomplishment. Now, the Sun and the World card can get a little bit mixed up. If you look at the sun and think of it as the child, that's like your inner child, what you want for yourself, like the child, I want, this is what's going to make me happy. Whereas the world card is, what in the world did you do with your life? And what is it that was your ultimate success? What are your accomplishments? What was your education? Which path did you take? And so the world dancer shows us how to balance life with joy so that we make the most of our successes and know our blessings and accept our defeats and keep dancing joyfully. So this is a card of experiencing wholeness as a result of rewards of love and beauty and prosperity, and understanding that the world dancer hands out wisdom, truth, and not lessons, but cheerful discoveries. So you may be discovering that you've got some physical talents, that you went down that path and pursued that. Or you may be one of intellect and education. Maybe it's cultures. Maybe it's knowledge. Maybe your talent and capacity in life is all about people. And maybe you're being service or duty or educating others and helping them along their path, or providing some sort of care or assistance. Whatever it is, it's what you're good at and it's what you went on to fulfill in your life. But it's not about our personal sort of ambitions like the sun. The sun is much more, I wanted a child, I wanted a happy home, I wanted to have a lot of friends, I wanted to be in solitude, those kind of things. So it's a card of creating when we look at the world card, and a card of synthesis. It's working in unison and achieving your heart's desire of what you're good at and what path you want to take, and finding that beautiful solution for yourself in your own world of what you do in your everyday life. It's using your gift or your talent and making it work for you and others, and savouring the present and finding contentment. And so, as always, I like to give you some examples of different tarot cards. So we are choosing the sun at the moment. So here's my version of a deck that I created back in 2006 with an artist and graphic designer. Don't worry, I didn't draw it, I'm not that clever, but I knew what I wanted to portray. So we worked together to come up with this. So this is a very simple, graphic, if you like, tarot deck. And that's our sun. Plain, simple, clear. The warmth, the heat, the energy, and the reflection of the sun, and the impact that it has on the elements of the air and the water. We just couldn't actually put in land in that image. I would have liked to, though. So that's our sun. This sun, wow, this is, swing 60s and really rocking 70s, psychedelic 70s. So this is the sun from the groovy Rider-Waite. And there's our child riding on the horseback there, and a purple sun and a happy sun, all sort of coming out with these wonderful colours in that rainbow behind. And even that child is blue, not blue with the coal, but they're smiling, look at that. And even our horse has got pink sort of mane around this image here. So lots of colours popping there and really exciting. A great deck, very, very cheerful, very good vibe to read with deck. Just really brings out some amazing images in that deck. And then we have the Wizard Tarot, which is by Corinne Kenner, which is this deck. By the way, the Groovy Rider-Waite deck that's been shown here is by Tarot Collectibles. And this is Corinne Kenner, the Wizard Tarot. I'm not working in conjunction with anybody here. They're just my personal decks that I choose to share with you to show how different it can be when we look at the sun card, or the card that I'm actually showing you. In this case, it's the sun. So Corinne Kenner's got the horse here and the sunflowers in the background, and feeling that we are just relaxing, enjoying life, sitting still, taking a moment to actually enjoy life. That's what this guy is looking as if he's really happy, just relaxing, not about parading or running around or doing anything. So Everyone's personal happiness is very different. And the Sun card here represents the child. Here we have in the Urban Tarot deck by Robin Scott. So this is a lovely modern deck. Our child running and that whole energy of the sun there in the background. How does it speak to you? You know, there's lots going on here. We've got the ground here. We've got him running barefoot here. We've got the green supporting, like the heart chakra supports us. The sun coming through an image there. All sorts of amazing things going on. And each card will speak very different to you. As a reader, you'll see symbology. It'll make you think of things in a very different way. So I'll move on from the sun. And on the screen for you now, I've brought up the Judgment card that we covered in today's lesson. Here's my image, again, graphic based, of the Judgment card. And there's our angel blowing the trumpet with the crossroad flag saying you're at a crossroads, and the weather vane going, which direction shall I go in? I really wanted to make that point. Which direction shall I choose to go in? Don't have your head in the clouds, and see yourself in the circle, which is your bubble, while you decide which way you're going to progress forwards and move forwards for the rest of your life. Remember, I talked that Judgment card is the long-term future card. It's the only real card that can actually point towards a decade. And as I said, there are different cards surrounding it that will tell you what you're going to be doing when it comes to that Judgment card, providing, of course, you're using pairs in my method, or you are looking at its position in the spread that I use. I can only comment on what I do. It's so many years now since I used any other spread or any other technique. Yes, of course, I can read individual cards, and that's what it's all about, but it's not helpful. When you've got such a method, I would always insist that there's no reason to actually do anything different, you see? So, the Judgment card here from the Groovy Rider-Waite deck, which is by Tarot Collectibles. Amazing card, you know, just looks like an angel with this peacefulness of the dove being set free, bringing peace. But there's such a feeling of floating like an angel and just being enlightened, really. Lovely colours there, really, really lovely. And then we have Corrine Kenner's Wizard deck here, Judgement. And it looks like students are sitting around a table. Maybe alchemy is going on there. Something is going on, and they are deciding what happens next. And maybe they are looking at each other and wondering which route or path should we go forwards with. So this is quite a good deck because it's showing other people influencing or being influenced by other people, or the effects. The other cards are all about a single person, solitude, you see. And here, this is called Aeon, and this comes from the Urban Tarot deck, and this is by Robin Scott, and this is a lovely deck where it's really about figuring out what is it you want to do, what's going on here, what's happening in life, what am I meant to be doing? And it's the kind of thing we actually do as people, isn't it? Take a stroll and wonder, will the answers come to us about what it is we're meant to do next? Lovely deck. So moving forwards, we are finishing our Major Arcana on this lovely tarot workshop where I'm showing you the meanings of the cards and helping you on your journey to tarot, whether you are a novice or whether you have some experience or whether you've been reading for a long time. We can all learn other people's meanings, thoughts, intentions, intuition, and tips and tricks. So, again, here is my version, and this is the world. And I wanted this to be like an encyclopedia where you would be able to gain that knowledge and that information. By being able to dip into this book and gain that knowledge and insight and wisdom of what your life has in store for you in your wish fulfillment of your personal satisfaction and completion of what your life is all about. What is your world? What does your world say? Are you happy in your world? It's that kind of thing. And here we've got the Groovy Waite, the World card, the Dancer. I love that. The World Dancer is on the disco floor. Absolutely amazing colours once again. good vibe about this deck always. It's got that really lovely optimistic feel to it. The World card, a little bit more serene, a little bit more fairy tale from Corinne Kenner here. And our fairy looking for magic. And in the book, this is a book, and it's 3D, it's popped out. She's seeing her world, creating the magic of her own world. And the Urban Tarot deck, calling it the universe in Robin Scott's actual version of this tarot deck, the Urban Tarot. And this is the universe climbing, making your path of success, elevating, moving forwards in your life, growing. What is it that's in your world? Beautiful images. From all of them, they all speak to you in different ways, and you know I've got many decks. So till next time, when I will be moving on with the minor cards, I'm going to say ta-ta, thank you for watching, and I'll see you for some more live tarot workshops in a couple of weeks. Until then, take care of yourself and each other.